Holy shit.
Yeah.
You've done 200 or 300 beer runs.
Minimum.
Check, 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 check. I think this is the first one we've done where we're not partying.
Right?
Okay, so if you guys see me licking off this way or down here, I'm doing this all by myself. So I'm the fucking host, the producer, the fucking engineer, the gopher. So if you need like a lot more water,
Fuck yeah.
just tell me.
Massage.
No.
I should turn off this ringer, right?
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Welcome to another episode of Getting Blunt with Keith. Before you freak out, McClay is not being replaced. At least not yet. I know for a fact that he is going to show up Saturday late to the podcast that we are shooting. Actually, the day that this episode will be released. And so I actually plan on firing McClay that day on the podcast. So make sure you tune in for that.
Yeah.
But don't fucking worry about it. He's got like 10 other fucking podcasts. He's fine. He'll be fine. Trust me. Anyway, today we have a very special guest in the house. If you live in Phoenix and you don't know who he is, then you're actually missing out. I actually wrote a few things that I enjoy about you that I would like to tell the audience.
Go for it.
He is one of the funniest people I know.
Yeah, looks aren't everything, though.
He is one of the most disgusting, gross pigs I've ever met.
Why, thank you.
He's the dude that nicknamed me Bog. And honestly, he's been through a fuckload of shit. And the favorite kind of people that I enjoy are the people that have a good fucking, just comeback story and shit. And to be completely honest, I'm trying to get famous guests and I can't get any. So I fucking have to settle for this guy. Rich Fourmy, how's it going?
Well, it was good a second ago and then you ruined it.
Why?
No, because I'm famous, bro.
You are famous maybe
I'm famous right
in
here.
Phoenix. You're famous to me.
Fuck yeah.
For sure. So let's get right into it.
All right.
I actually spent a long time coming up with questions and stuff. So let's start with
Cool.
first question.
Yeah.
If you had to kill off one Pelvic Meatloaf member, who would it be and why?
Oh, Byron, for sure. Was that too quick?
Yeah.
No, your dad, definitely Byron. Yeah, he's been getting on my nerves for 30 years now, so fuck that guy.
Is he the longest member in Pelvic besides you?
Yeah.
How would you kill him?
I would probably just behead him because I would need to keep his head at my house and stuff it probably so I could use it kind of like a sex toy.
So would it be like ISIS style, just real rough and while he's still alive?
No, a guillotine.
Just
Yeah, I actually have one.
You have a guillotine?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Built it myself.
Let's see here. Second question. Oh, wait. Actually, my second question is, when was the last time you shit your pants?
When's the last time I didn't shit my pants, bro? I shit my pants pretty often. I think I sharted today.
Check.
I sharted a little earlier today. It wasn't a full-on shit in my pants, but I sharted while I was at the gym. Second bench press set, I tried to bust a fucking fart out, and it was a little bit more. So
what did you do? Just
kept working out and said, fuck it. I'll deal with it later. I'll let it dry and flake off when it gets itchy.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many people at the gym are just farting constantly.
Yeah, I try to at least be the one. So it's kind of like just it's like my thing.
Like shitting your pants?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got to have something.
Well, I know you're on this, hang on a second, let me check this fucking audio. Check. I know you're on this new diet now. Has that helped the sharting at all? Does it make it more or less?
You know what? When I first started it made it much more of a regular occurrence because my diet had changed and a lot more fiber and not quite as much junk, so my body didn't know how to deal with it. So it seemed like every time I wanted to fart, it was time to change my clothes.
It was Shart City.
Oh yeah, it was Shart Week.
Can it calm down a little bit?
Yeah. It's calmed down. It calmed down a little bit, but I try to keep it up. I like to be consistent.
Well, I know you have been doing super inspirational shit. I do enjoy following that you post every day, your diet and your physical activity. I do think it's complete bullshit when you post without a picture, because I know you're lying.
Right.
The ones with a picture, I'm totally for and I agree with.
Right.
But how long have you been a fat ass?
Well, you know what? I was a tweaker, so I was not a fat ass. I was the opposite of a fat ass for a while. And then I think that sort of ruined my metabolism. So when I quit doing drugs, I eat a 1 pound burrito and I gained 9 pounds from it. So I kind of porked way the fuck up in 2009 or 10 or something like that, when I had gotten out of prison and started eating bullshit food and drinking beer all the time again. And then I lost weight in like 2015 through 17, and then got lazy and fat again. So it just got cumbersome enough to where I decided to start doing something about it a few months ago again. So I'm on the way back down.
What was the driving force to get you back into it?
It was because, man, I was like gonna faint every time I tried to tie my shoes. When your socks are tight, it's time to do something. Yeah. I'm having to buy socks at the big and tall store because they're cutting off my circulation.
And what was your peak weight, would you say?
Just under 300 pounds. And for a guy that's like barely 5'10", that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also
extra joint pain and.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everything sucked. Like my joints all started going to shit. My feet got wider. I started having to buy wides like on my shoes because like I got Flintstone feet from all the weight pushing it down.
Did you realize you were a fat ass while you were fat?
Oh, totally. I wanted to become one. Like I did.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
My ultimate role in acting would be like where I could gain 80 to 100 pounds, like do a Christian Bale transformation or something.
Right.
And all my friends are like, man, Keith, you're getting fucking fat. Like, no, it's for a role. How cool would that be,
That would be cool, They just see you like chowing down at Golden Corral and shit. You're like, it's because I'm a method actor, bro.
Fucking method as fuck. What were we just talking about? Oh yeah, as a former fat ass, do you believe in fat shaming?
Totally.
Me too.
Yeah, I actually totally do, and that's not a joke, because like if my friends weren't all constantly being snide with me with the remarks and all that shit, then I probably would have just kept on going until I popped.
Oh, so they were constantly calling you a fat ass?
Oh, yeah, and my wife, too. She was calling me a lardvark.
Was it hurting your feelings? You don't seem like it. Honestly, you don't seem like a guy whose feelings have ever been hurt.
I'm very sensitive.
Oh, okay.
I just play it off. But I'm pretty much the inventor of emo. Mm-hmm. I hide it well.
You just don't wear the guy liner?
Yeah. Well, I do at home, and I blue hair dye and the whole bit. I got a wig that has the bangs and the funny.
So you're emo as fuck at home?
Oh, yeah.
And then when you leave the house, you put on this.
And that's one of the reasons I had to start losing weight, too, is because my skinny jeans, it was just getting too hard to get in them and shit.
Are they still called skinny jeans if a fat person gets into them?
I don't know, but that's a good question.
Let's see. Sorry, it's been a long time on these. Can you look into that camera and tell us your worst quality?
Which camera?
This one? Yeah, let's do this one.
My worst quality. I would say my worst quality. I fucking talk too much. I'm trying to stop that, so I'm just not going to talk for the rest of this episode.
Me neither. Can we still do like 45 minutes?
Oh, I'll stop talking.
I'll
stop talking tomorrow.
I forgot the most important part of the show, actually. This is why I'm fucking this up and the flow's bad.
Forgot to do your commercials in the beginning?
No.
Oh.
The show's called Getting Blunt with Keith.
Oh, you got to smoke a blunt.
I got to smoke a blunt. So let me fire this bad boy up. Fuck
yeah.
I'm going to have to start this bitch over. No, I'm just kidding. Hang on a second. So, I do not recommend smoking blunts at home. No? I was highly addicted to these. I was smoking about 10 to 12 a day. The nicotine inside of these just brings you back, and you just smoke an endless amount of cannabis that you don't even need to. So I want to talk to our fan base. It's usually our biggest fan base is about 12 to 16-year-olds. So I just want to make sure that do not smoke blunts at home because they will kill you.
Yeah.
I just want to give a quick warning to that.
Just try to do something different, like heroin, you know. Maybe.
I would start with like PCP.
Yeah, that's a good one. It gives you super strength.
Have you ever done PCP?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, why not?
I've tried pretty much every single drug, I think,
Yeah.
but PCP. Can you describe it?
Yeah.
What do you do? Snort it?
No, I smoked it. I smoked it on like a cigarette. It was like a Sherm stick. That's like PCP.
Yeah, Sherm is embalming fluid, isn't it?
Basically, it's like embalming fluid or PCP.
That's the same thing?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just did drugs and somebody said it was fucking PCP. So it could have not been. It could have just been, you know, a cigarette.
And then you just wild out?
Yeah, you know, somebody told me I was on PCP, so I tried to fight a bunch of cops.
You really did?
No, I'm just telling you that.
Oh. Have you ever fought cops?
Yes. I've been charged with aggravated assault on an officer on 3 different occasions, actually. And thankfully, I have somewhat beaten it, I guess. The first time was when it was like my 18th birthday, I believe. And I was doing a beer run in the middle of the night. We ran out of beer at my birthday party. So went to this Safeway over on Tatum and Greenway. Me and my buddy Tommy went in there to snatch up a couple cases of beer and run out. And just by bad luck, like there was no pre-planning. They weren't there for us or anything, but we come around in the corner and I'm hauling ass full speed with a case of beer in my hands. And 2 cops just happened to be walking in the door that I came around the corner to run out of. And there was no avoiding them. So I just lifted up the case of beer and kaboom, you know, so that probably sucked for audio, but
Oh, no, you're good.
we tumbled and I smacked my fucking head on the fucking wall. And the other cop, you know, the one cop got knocked down and then the other one kicked my ass and took me to jail, charged me with aggravated assault on an officer along with stealing beer and as a minor and all that shit. So
Was that the first time you got in real big trouble in your life?
yeah.
Like with the law?
Yeah, that was the first day I was old enough to go to adult jail, and I did. So first day.
But you got away with it?
I didn't wait. No, my dad was working for the county attorney's office at the time, and it got him in trouble. I think it might have caused him to lose his job or something like that, but he got it knocked down to where I just had to do some community service, and I ditched that, and then ended up having to pay like a $70 fine. So worked out pretty good. But then they charged me with the same shit the last couple times that I got arrested, like when I actually was doing other bad things and when I went to prison and stuff. But those charges ended up getting dropped for bigger ones.
Did you ever do a beer run after that again?
Yes, probably 200 or 300 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
You've done 200 or 300 beer runs.
minimum.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to feel like, especially when I was a minor, because I used to feel like it was my civic duty to not get anybody else in trouble for selling me alcohol as a minor. So
You were doing the worker a favor.
yeah, I didn't want him to get busted for selling it to me when I was underage, because then he's in trouble and and the place could get in trouble for selling to a minor and they could lose their liquor license. So I thought it was my civic duty to just steal all the beer.
Well, let's be honest. They don't give a shit anyway, do they? Most of the workers.
You'd get heroes every now and then that would chase us and stuff like that. But that's when we just, either shoot them, with a taser or mace or some shit.
Dude, I have to ask you, do you think you could turn your phone off?
Yeah, it's off.
Oh, it's completely off?
Oh, well, it's on.
The reason why I ask is because I hear this weird buzzing on this piece of shit right here.
Oh.
And McClay's phone, every time it's on, it does it. And I'm wondering if that's why. And I just it's kind of an experiment. But if you're waiting for an important phone call.
It's off.
Did you hear that?
No.
It's fucking driving me nuts. This fucking podcast
Might
is
be
just
that
all
blunt.
falling to shit. And I just...
Might be that blunt.
I'm hearing weird fucking noises in the background now.
Yeah.
So you guys would just, if a hero was coming after you on a beer run, you would just fucking tase their asses, or?
We had a stun gun at the time, so we used to, like, when we go we call them doing wahoos at like Circle K. So we would have, my buddy Matt would be hanging out by the ice machine, by the ice cooler outside, And, we'd cruise in there, grab a bunch of beer, and then be like, wahoo, as loud as we could just to make sure everybody knew that we were, hey, look at those guys. And then we'd bolt. And then sometimes somebody would, rather than just calling the cops, he'd jump over the counter and try to chase us down. And if they did, we'd just run right past that cooler, and Matt would be waiting there when they came by.
Jesus. Would it always be a different spot?
Different location?
Like different location?
A store?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were all over the place.
So you probably hit up every location in Phoenix?
Anywhere within like probably a 5 or 8 mile radius of where we lived up north in North Phoenix.
I think about all the crazy shit I did, and the crazy shit I did in high school, I think was just like your average crazy shit. But then, there's like people like you who's fucking just like, I probably did maybe 8 to 10 beer runs, but most of the time I'm the dude in the car. Right. You know what I mean? But I think about the high school kids these days, they've got to be doing the same shit. And there's got to be at least 100 of you out there doing that shit now.
I don't know. I thought about that too, but I don't know, because...
Or are they just fucking two pussies?
The young generation is just...
They don't party.
They're pussies. And,
You posted actually the best meme ever that I showed to a lot of my friends and family, where it shows...
Oh, the 18th birthday?
Yeah, dudes when they're 18 and when I was 18. And it was like a person passed out drunk versus like a dude in skinny jeans like holding, balloons that say 18 years old. That's so true.
It is true. This whole young generation, we should just exterminate them. Fuck them all.
We need a World War III to... have like tighten up
EMP kind of attack on us to send everything back to the pre-industrial age, so that all these youngsters got to figure out, because they won't even be able to communicate because they don't know how to write. They can't even write. They couldn't.
Yeah, everything's on the
notes.
Computer now, huh?
Yeah, or they're fucking text and shit like that. Most of them just do emojis and all that crap, and it's like gone. You guys are fucked.
Put them on the front line.
Yeah, totally. I can at least write cursive if I need
Yeah, they
to.
took away cursive, didn't they?
Yeah, my kids never learned that shit.
That's weird. So how do they sign their name? It's just print?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Probably with DocuSign.
That's so weird, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's weird. Fuck them all.
Anyway, what is the gayest thing you've ever done? And I don't mean when, in the 90s we're like, that's gay, that's gay. I mean like
sucking dicks and stuff? Well,
okay, so the reason why I asked this is from previous podcasts that you've been on, we know that in a previous lifetime you used to fuck a lot.
Right.
Okay. And some dudes that have sex that much with that many women sometimes get bored with women and doing crazy kinds of things, and they do gay shit. I feel like I have a few friends like that have fucked so much that they probably jacked off a few dicks or maybe licked a couple, or and I'm kind of just I don't think you have, but I'm like in the back of my mind I was like, he's fucking.
Well, there's been a couple of things here. My friend Jason Polson, who I have nicknamed Pole Smoker. His last name's Polson, but we all call him Pole Smoker, and the reason that came about was because many years ago, where I was having a party at my place, and I was in the back bedroom, and my girlfriend at the time was giving me a fucking beach, and Byron and Polson were sitting on the bed. We were all just having a conversation while she was giving me a beach, and and then she started complaining after a little while. Oh, my fucking jaw hurts and shit, and so Paulson was just like, come on, don't fucking be such a wuss, like, do I need to show you how to do this? And she's like, please. And he went to fake, like, he like grabbed my fucking tube, and he went to like, just to fake, and he was going to pull back like right at the fucking last second. And I fucking thrust my hips up, dude, and got my fucking head in his mouth for a second. And he was like, total all-time backfire. And, so then I left and went out to the party, and I told everybody that he actually sucked my dick. I had to embellish the story a little bit. And,
well, yeah, there's truth to it.
And then so his name has been Pole Smoker ever since. It was great.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, you've met him a few times.
Yeah, sounds familiar. That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, he's done artwork on every one of the Pelvic albums and stuff. So yeah, he's a great guy. But yeah, he gives a mean blowjob. There was something else too. I've actually had Byron's load on me. Maybe that's why I want to behead him. But we were all just hanging out at this park drinking one time when we were youngsters, and this chick Lisa was just standing there, and I think somebody dared her to jerk Byron off. Maybe Byron did. And so we're all like standing in a circle drinking and conversing, and she's just sitting there jerking his chicken for a while, and then next thing you know, I'm like across from him too, and fucking all of a sudden it was just like kaboom, and I'm like, everybody's cracking up laughing, and it's like on my shirt and stuff, and I'm like, oh fuck.
That's so gross.
Oh yeah, it was pretty traumatic. But then I drank it.
No, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I know you didn't do that.
No, I didn't do that.
What did you do?
I fucking tried to Hulk Hogan my shirt off because I didn't want to pull it over my fucking face.
No shit. Was Byron just laughing, or?
Oh yeah, of course.
Did he say sorry?
No, of course not. No, I know. He was just laughing. Everybody was laughing. That was it. Like, my night was over. They just all had to laugh at me all night, and I wanted to kill myself.
That's not gay. That's just you were in the way.
That's true. But I mean, as far as like action with dude on dude, like, or dicks or loads shooting at dudes, and I was somehow involved, that's about it. But yeah, other than that, I've never sought comfort in a man's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not out of prison. Got to get smokes sometimes.
I don't know if you're being
I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's a fine line. Like, is it true? Is he joking?
Hey, cigarettes are cigarettes.
I know. All right. Well, let's see. You have some favorite quotes that I read on your Facebook, and I was going to read them because I'm a quote guy.
Okay.
And I wanted to see why these are your favorite quotes.
Sure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "Fuck you, asshole."
Right.
Why do you like that quote so much?
I forgot about that. That was when I first started my Facebook page, and it asked, it's like, well, it says, what are your favorite quotes? And all these people that I had seen there, looked at their profiles and stuff, they have these inspirational quotes. Or
the gayest shit.
Shit from the Dalai Lama and, shit like that, So I'm like, famous quotes. What do I like? So I was just thinking about when I was a kid and I was watching The Terminator, and the guy's fucking knocking on the door when he's doing surgery on himself. The guy's knocking on the door of the apartment, and he's just
T2?
No, the first one. The original, and Arnold's in the hotel room like cutting open his shit, and some guy's beating on the door like the hotel manager, and he's like, "Hey man, what do you got, a dead cat in there or some shit?" And all of a sudden you see like the digital readout in front of Arnold's eyes, with all his possible responses and shit, and all of a sudden it's all ping ping, fuck you asshole, and he's all fuck you asshole. I think I was in 6th grade or 7th grade, so we were just on the VHS fucking on the VCR fucking rewinding it over and over, listening to him say fuck you asshole, fuck you asshole.
I love how when you were thinking of quotes that came to your mind.
Right.
All right, so your other second quote is I think he's from one of your personal favorite all-time heroes, G.G. Allen, right?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
He has I guess a famous quote, "Eat my diarrhea."
Right. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard that song.
I probably.
But it's awesome. Pelvic used to cover. It was one of the first songs we ever covered back when we started the band. But yeah, I used to have this record. This is a double album of G.G. Allen when I was in high school and stuff, and it was called Dirty Love Songs, and they had "Eat My Diarrhea" was on it. And it just started out, it was like a live recording, and it started out with him on the mic, and he's got the mic like, it's like distorted because he's all up on it, and he just starts off the song with "Eat my diarrhea." And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it kicks in. And so I made that, like, that was my answering machine for like years. Like, if anybody called me and I wasn't home, it would ring, and all of a sudden, "Eat my diarrhea." Beep.
So this quote's had meaning for a while.
Fuck yeah.
So since I have no originality, have you ever seen the show Hot Ones?
No.
It's a show where they interview guests while they eat hot wings, and as they're asking questions, as he's asking questions, the wings get hotter and hotter and hotter until it just completely fucks you up.
I've seen a game show like that where they got to answer trivia questions while they're eating. Like,
I think it's the same show. They kind of evolved into a more commercial version that they're doing now.
Yeah,
but it's from a YouTube show. But I'm completely ripping off a segment from their show called I forgot actually what the segment's called, but they pull pictures up from the guest's Instagram and ask the guest to give more context to the picture.
Oh, all right.
And you don't have an Instagram.
No.
So
I do, but I just don't know how to use it because I'm fucking old and stupid. Yeah.
So I found some pics on your Facebook, and I'll just have them pop up here, so the audience can see, and then you could just maybe explain the picture.
All right, fair enough. Let's do it. Ooh, that was because there used to be this online like metal zine kind of thing, and called deathweddle.com, and they did reviews on bands, like metal bands and live shows and all this shit. And then they would always, at every issue of it, they had like the hot chick of the month or whatever. And they always had these girls that were good looking, and they do a photo pictorial, thing of them and all this stuff, looking all sexy and everything. And then they called me up one day and said, dude, we want you to be the chick of the year. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm hot as shit, so I'm down.
So this was a real photo shoot for a real magazine?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of those pictures, but that's one of the sexier ones. That's me with my inflatable love sheep, and I'm wearing a diaper.
Oh, that's a diaper?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like it depends.
What year is this?
That would have been 2015, I believe.
And how do you find a photographer for something like this?
Oh, hey, they came over to my house. So there was a guy named.
You mean they send a photographer over?
It was. You might have even known the guy, Jeff Miller, Jaffo.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, he was in part of the scene for a while. I think he lives out in Florida now or something.
So usually on a photo shoot, they take 1,000 pics, and then they pick one from that to use for the magazine. So is there like 999 other photos of?
There's a lot, and there was different costumes that I had to wear and different sets and stuff like that. Because they did a Girl of the Month, and I was the Girl of the Month for the rest of the year. It was October, November, December. So they did like the October theme where I'm dressed up as like a little fairy, and I've got like fairy wings on and like a little wand and like a little angel halo and shit, and like I got like a little like little jack-o'-lantern fucking thing that you carry around to get candy in when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing those, and then I dressed up as a gay biker, so it was like just my normal shit for a minute, and then
I saw the gay biker pic.
Yeah, and then there was some other ones like for Christmas and stuff like that where I was I was wearing my I basically was a stripped down Santa, and had a dude sitting on my lap like he was the little kid, but he was a fucking fat old adult.
I think I saw that picture too.
Yeah. So it was a fun photo shoot, and it took a long time, and it made my wife really uncomfortable because she came home in the middle of it and was just like, "What in the fuck
She
is
didn't
going?"
know what was going on.
Nope. I hadn't mentioned.
She just comes into it.
I hadn't mentioned it. She came in from the store or some shit, and I'm like, fucking half naked. Fucking these dudes are taking pictures. And I'm doing all these poses on the fucking couch with an inflatable sheep.
Dude, you should have videotaped the behind the scenes of that. That would have been fucking golden in
It
itself.
was pretty funny. She just walked in, was like, and then just walked out of the room like, what the fuck? And she walked out of the room. You could hear doors slamming and stuff like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not bringing this up to even embarrass you. I'm bringing this up actually to bring back something I forgot to say in the intro about things I enjoy about you, and that's you give zero fucks.
True.
I don't think I could ever do that personally. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I enjoy people who do. I mean, I don't like looking at this photo, honestly, but
Yeah.
I think it's great that you do this.
Have you?
Does anybody enjoy looking at this?
Everybody enjoys. I made that into a Valentine, and I
I'm
send it
literally losing subscribers right now. The longer I keep this up right here,
out. Just looks like a ticker going down.
fuck.
It's like the Dow.
What am I doing? Anyway, I think I know a little bit of a context of this next picture. It's one of your other many talents that many people don't know about. And here we go.
Oh, that's when I pissed a cartoon of Fred Flintstone out in front of our jam room. Yeah, a lot of guys consider it a really impressive feat when they're at a party and they drink a bunch of beer and they whip it out to go take a piss, and they can like write their name in cursive or some shit on a wall. And I decided to take it a step further, and I can fucking piss Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
George Jetson, fucking Fred Flintstone, shit, anything out of the old Sunday morning comics, Hagar the Horrible, all that stuff.
I've seen you do it in person.
Yeah.
Jordan actually got accepted into an art show coming up at Roosevelt Road. Do you ever consider entering?
Entering an art show for my penis art? No. My urinary artistic things? No, I have not, but I should. I really should.
Put a big, huge canvas on the ground, just fucking piss on it.
I've thought about that a time or two, like, you know, like when you go to Prescott or whatever, and they have like an art walk in the center of town and shit, and it's just like everybody's selling art stuff all through the town square, and I thought how awesome that could be, because there's a brewery right there. I could just like get as drunk as I want and then come out and just start taking piss in the street right there in front of everything. I bet I'd draw a crowd, probably make a couple bucks.
Or you could be like Banksy, where you just do the art and bounce, and no one's seeing you, and then they just see the art. You know Banksy?
Yeah. Yeah, my friend has a dog named Banksy. I've met him a few times.
Yeah, Banksy just, like, no one knows who he is. They don't know what he looks like, but, like, his art will just pop up. Actually, it would way funnier if you're doing it live in front of everybody just being...
Yeah, right? That would be a lot better if I'm just actually taking a piss out there. And, you know, if people, I can put out a tip jar. You know, people could walk by, and if they appreciate what I'm doing, they could drop tips and stuff, and I can use that to post my bond later.
So you wouldn't piss on a canvas to sell? It would just be like on the sidewalk, or?
Oh yeah, it's always got to be on the sidewalk or on the street, or, you know, somebody's car.
How long do they usually last before it fades away?
I don't think I've ever stuck around long enough to find out. You know, usually do it moving, man.
So what are all the characters that you can do?
Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, George Jetson, Judy Jetson, Jane Jetson, Elroy, Astro, you know, all those. And then let's see, Hagar the Horrible, Ziggy, Charlie Brown, shitloads, man.
Is there a method to it? You have to have a certain intake of amount of beer to be able to make sure you get the whole cartoon completed.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I run out.
Yeah,
I wasn't done yet. So, you know, so
maybe you need like 8 beers in you to be able to like.
Yeah, it's usually got to be the first piss in a while. You know, I got to be loaded up because they're pretty big, as you can see. They're usually about
they're huge, yeah,
25 feet diameter.
And I noticed there's technique to it because you'll kind of pinch the tip.
Yeah.
So is it like when you put your thumb over a hose to stop the water and you're kind of going like that? Like
I'm just pinching it tight. It's kind of like when you're using an airbrush, you know, you're just kind of like release and push the button and stuff to make the air come out. It's just opposite of that.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. So
you could definitely try it sometime. Like if you want to try it, I'll just drink a whole lot of beer. And if you can aim good, you know, we could do team art.
Like I can hold it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. You can hold my hands while I hold your dick to kind of show me like
then we could circle back to the original question
of the gay stuff.
Yeah. That would be the gayest thing I'd ever done.
Damn. Another creative thing you do, a lot of people don't know about, you've actually discussed on the podcast, is create memes. Do you still do that?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a meme creator, what is one of your top favorite memes of all time?
Ooh, you know what? I've got, and I didn't create these, but I have made a few from it. But those ones, like the ones that have got Leonardo DiCaprio from Django Unchained, where he's all,
yeah.
Those are my fucking favorite. And I just saw one of those today that I love so much, and it's Kurt Cobain. It's a 2-framer. Kurt Cobain singing, "I swear that I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun." And then the next picture is Kurt Cobain's got Leonardo's face all. Because as we know, he did have a gun.
Yeah, I get it.
I love that one.
The internet always wins.
Yeah. Oh, that might be my favorite one that I can remember recently. But
yeah, I feel the memes haven't been as good as they were in, like, say, 2016, like the meme wars.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen just a fucking fire meme since, like, 2016.
Yeah, I like to also just rip off memes and change them a little bit because I see something and I go, oh, I'll make that more relevant to me, so I take a lot of existing memes that I think are okay, and then I'll change them to have to do with my band or some shit like that, like people at the restaurant saying, guys saying, we don't like pelvic meatloaf. What do you suggest that we have? And the waitress says, or what do you suggest we get? And the waitress says, the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I love all those pelvic
yeah,
meatloaf
just
ones.
stupid shit like that. So,
but people don't realize how much energy and I don't know about time, but goes into it. But at the moment, because if you find someone that dies or passes away,
you got to do it quick.
Yeah,
you got to get on it. Yeah, I remember when Michael Jackson died. I was actually out with my wife getting our marriage license, and that came over the radio, and I was like, oh fuck, we're like 25 minutes from my house, and I was like flooring it, like, because I fucking had to get home and
were you just in the meantime just coming up with the ideas, or did you already have the idea?
Oh, it popped right in my head. I'm like, well, for the first one, because I got out there and I immediately posted this thing. I just took the Michael Jackson Bad album cover and just changed the word bad to dead and put some little X's over his eyes. Boom, posted it out there, and it was like it was shared like 1,000,000 something times.
Oh, really?
Off Pick Oodle so fast.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
I was like, yes, too bad.
I'd pick what?
Pick Oodle. That's like it was a file sharing, like a thing where back in the MySpace days, where you upload your picture there and then they can give you the embed code so you could stick it on your MySpace page. So they just host the image there.
Yeah. We were like pretty much coding when we were doing our MySpaces back in the day.
Yeah,
we didn't even know it.
Or websites like that were coding for us, and we were just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
fucking MySpace.
Still geniuses as far as I'm concerned.
So, you did mention on a previous podcast that you admit you have an addiction to Facebook and that you are going to quit. I think you gave it like a 1.5 years time. Is that still?
Yeah, it's postponed by a couple of months just because our album is postponed right now. It's because
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, well, everything that could go wrong recording our album has gone wrong since we went to start. Like when we first finally got to the point where we're like, okay, cool, let's go in and record this motherfucker and get it done. Woohoo! Well, then our drummer John and his whole family got the Rona. So quarantine time, time to reschedule going in. So it takes a little while because there's other customers in line, so you're okay, well, we can reschedule you out for a month, we'll get back to you in a month. So he got in there, smashed his fucking tracks out, and then it was like, okay, cool, now it's Dan's turn. And Dan was gonna go in and record, and he fucking got the Rona. Him and his whole family got it. So it was like, all right, so on to other customers and stuff. And then it was like, okay, now he's done with that shit, so let's get him back in here. Oh, it's going to be a couple weeks before we can get to him again. So he went to go in there the day before he was supposed to go in and do his guitar tracks, and Byron got it.
Jesus Christ,
man. Yeah, so it's like, okay, he's got to quarantine for 2 weeks or whatever.
It's a pain in the ass, all that.
Yeah, and then finally, okay, some more time goes by. Other customers were in the way, doing their projects and stuff, then got him in there. They knocked out the guitars and shit. Then now it's time for Kelly's bass, and Kelly gets in a fucking car accident. Our bass player gets in a car wreck and gets a big gash right here and can't play his fucking bass for like a month. So like, no way. Why does this happen? Whoever's going in to record has something bad happen to him. It's just fucking weird Murphy's Law shit. He gets that done. He goes in and fucking drops a few tracks. He can't go through all of them because he's injured. So he gets through 2, maybe 3 songs or whatever. He's going to reschedule it for later. And meanwhile, I'm going to go in and start recording the vocals and then circle back to Kelly afterwards. And I was rehearsing in my friggin' car and I lost my voice. Next day, I was like, I can't talk. Well, it's happened 1,000,000 times. So cool. A few days, I'll be good to go. No, it doesn't come back. It doesn't come back. It doesn't come back. It's getting worse. And it got to the point where I couldn't even whisper. I was like, what the fuck? So I went to see a doctor, and doctor was like, you got something bad wrong. So he sent me to a throat specialist who shoved a fucking camera up my nose and down to look at my throat and said I had completely ruptured my voice box. And my right vocal cord was completely like black because it had been hemorrhaging for 2 weeks. Oh. Yeah. And
was there any pain?
Yeah.
It was painful?
Yeah, it felt like I fucking had glass in my fucking throat at all times. It sucked. And anyway, so he put me on these wicked steroids and stuff, and 5 days later or whatever, I got to the point where I could talk again, which is good because I need to for work. But couldn't hold a note, couldn't try to sing, nothing like that. So it's been a couple of months now, 2 months, I think, almost. And I'm just getting to the point where I can start a little bit, to do what I got to do for metal. Another month or so, I should be all right. But it's pretty scary because he was like, it may never come back. This happens
words,
to metal dudes. Yeah, listen to fucking dude from 6 Feet Under and shit. He sounds like fucking... Or not is it 6 Feet Under? Yeah, Chris Barnes. He sounds like shit now.
Oh, really?
Yo, dude, their new album's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so, Cannibal Corpse dropped a new album, didn't they?
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse's new album's fucking smasher. That shit's good as fuck. But yeah, 6 Feet Under, the vocals are just like, he needs to just, find a different job.
People don't realize how much goes into singing for metal.
Yeah.
You know how like people who are into like pop music and think, metal sucks or the single and all that shit.
Yeah. Are we not allowed to say that one?
You can say whatever you want. This show is definitely getting canceled at some point. You could dive in, find any video of it with you, any video that you're in, we could get canceled. Anyway,
but no, I know what you're saying.
So
people don't think it takes any skill.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at.
And I don't know if it does, but because I don't consider myself a skilled guy. I just, but it does hurt. It does take some. It's kind of like building up calluses. Most people can't just immediately fucking rip out a metal album fucking vocally. It takes a little.
Do you think that happened because you haven't been singing consistently for a while?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we hadn't rehearsed in months. If I do it every day, I'm fucking golden. I can do it forever. But every time we take off a month or two and then we come back, I'm destined to not make it through the first practice. I'll be worn out after 5 songs but then I'm usually pretty good by the next one. By the following week, I'm like set. And this was like we hadn't practiced at all. So I'm in the car just fucking belting shit out, trying to fucking memorize my lyrics and shit. Cause I'm going to go in and record in a couple of days and just fucking,
damn, dude,
fucking thrashed it. Yeah. It was scary.
So how much longer until you're fully healed that you can go back in and finish your vocals?
Just, I don't know. I mean, there's no timeline on it. The doctor was kind of like, dude, fuck, I don't know if you're going to be able to do it ever again or what, so.
Did you get to complete any songs?
No.
Oh, wow.
Not one.
How many songs are you recording?
11.
11?
Yeah.
So right now you still need to finish the bass and the vocals and then just mix it and master it?
Oh, no, there's a little bit more to it. Like a couple little guitar additives here and there. And then guest spots that we're having for guests that are coming in. And then, then we got to add in samples and keyboards.
Yeah, keyboards,
that we do. And,
Are you allowed to reveal what guests?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Off air?
It'll be pretty rad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Elvis is one.
The midget Elvis guy?
No. Presley. People think he's dead, but he's not. He's
Elvis
doing a guest spot on Pelvic Meatloaf's new album.
Okay.
It's fucking bad.
Nice.
Yeah. We hang out.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Fuck.
Gene Simmons is another one. He's coming in to do a bass track.
I guess my next question was, when is it going to be complete? But you just have no idea.
Yeah, everything's kind of on hold, man. We were trying to bust ass and try to get the first single out at the beginning of May. That was the plan. But now it's just kind of on hold until I'm able to do my part.
And isn't this year the 30 years or
31 now?
Oh, 31. Last year was 30.
Yep. Yeah, we're old as shit.
Will we see you at a 50 year?
Probably, because we don't know when to quit. Obviously we should have quit a long time ago, but we're just, we're like a rash, bro, a recurring rash or a recurring case of crabs. Like if you ever had crabs, and you shampooed kinda, but didn't want to waste it all. So you were trying to be cheap with it. And then, they just hide. They climb into your butt crack for a few days and they come right back, and then you're like, fuck. So you shave your dick and then they just hide in your ass crack. Then they come back after a few days and they got their friends now and their grandkids. It's like that. That's what we are. We're like crabs.
That should be your Pelvic Meatloaf bio.
We actually used to have a bumper sticker back in the old days that said Pelvic Meatloaf gave me crabs. and it was based on a true story.
I was gonna say that sounds pretty.
Yeah, I had crabs, and I made sure that I spread them a bit before I got rid of them. It was awesome. I was fucking like 19 or 20 or something like that, and yeah, I just wanted to sew my crabs into as many vaginas as I could. Ended up fucking just spreading it amongst us dudes. Byron got him from me. Byron got him from me because he wore my work pants.
What?
Pole smoker got him from Byron because he spent the night at his house. Yeah, and then Opie got him from Pole smoker because he spent the night at his house, and then Opie gave him to his buddy Jimmy through Jimmy's girlfriend, and it was just
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but it started with me.
So I've never had crabs. Do you actually like can see them?
Oh yeah,
really?
Oh, it was awesome, man.
So when you're saying he got it from his pants, literally it jumped from his balls to his pants, then the other dude put the pants on, and it jumped from the pants to that dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the crabs actually do their moves, but it could have happened that way. I hear they can fucking jump about 6 feet from what I've been told, but no, it was great. I was working at Shea Plaza Dollar Cinema. Me and Byron were working, and we're working one day, and I'm just in the office. I'm fucking scratching, man. I'm like, what the fuck, man? My fucking junk itches like a motherfucker. So I cruise into the bathroom. I had no idea. Cruise in the stall, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my dick? You know, like, why is everything itchy so bad? And I look, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it looks like it looks kind of like a little ball of lint. You know, I'm like, I got lint at the bottom of my fucking pube. So I pluck it. I'm like, doink, pluck it off, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I set it on the counter. And all of a sudden, these legs pop out, bro. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Holy shit, that's a crab. I'm like, no way. So I'm like, oh, and I scoured my junk, you know, and I found fucking 6 of them. Boink, boink, boink. And I took them all off. And then I went out to the fucking box office, and I grabbed a piece of Scotch tape, came back in the bathroom, and I like picked them all up on a piece of scotch. Oh. And then I walked into my boss's office, and he has a schedule written out, and I just stuck the crabs. I stuck the crabs over on the schedule and said, "Hey man, I gotta go." It was awesome. So then I walked next door to fucking. He let me off work early that day. Strange. So I went next door to the Walgreens to go buy some crab shampoo. And there was this big, huge line. There was probably like 8-9 people in the line to the pharmacy and shit. And I'm like, man. So I just yelled up to the front. I said, hey, excuse me. And the guy's like, hey, wait your turn, man. And I'm like, I go, dude, I just need to know where the crab shampoo is. I'm like, I got crabs really bad. And like all of a sudden everybody's like moving out of my way and shit. It was awesome. And the pharmacist is like trying to be discreet. He's like, it's over there, you know, like along that wall. And I like walked over to the wall, and I could hear people talking shit, you know. Yeah. And I get there, and there's like 14 different kinds. And I'm like, dude, what's the strongest, man? They're everywhere. And all these people like horrified. He's just like, they're all the same. So I just grabbed this shit, and I walked up, and it was like fucking Moses parting the Red Sea, man. I didn't have to wait in the line at all. Everybody's out of my way. I went straight up to the register and bought them. Then I'm like, I don't know if I want to get rid of these motherfuckers yet, man. This is fun. So then I went out and fucking started fucking spreading crabs. It's great.
That's one of the most disgusting stories I've ever heard.
I try.
So when you get crabs, you could just go to Walgreens and buy crab shampoo?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have crab shampoo, and it give you like a little comb, and you like shampoo it up, and then you comb out all the little dead crabs, and then you're good to go. But when I actually got rid of them, I wanted to make sure they were gone for good. So I shampooed it, and then I shaved everything, and then I fucking shampooed the skin, and then ran the razor over my skin again. Yeah, and then just. But the weirdest thing, man, they were all gone. There was nowhere for them to live. But strange, like months down the road, like I'd just be hanging out in my room, be like, I'd find a crab corpse in my armpit hair or some shit. Like, what the fuck? It wasn't alive or nothing. It was a corpse. I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd this come from? I know I've showered a couple times this last couple months.
I'm never sitting in that chair again. Oh, God, I'm still like itchy, dude. My balls are itchy right now.
That's awesome.
Fuck, how many total do you think there were?
How many crabs total? I was farming them for a minute, so there was probably I don't know, 70.
Holy shit!
It was pretty badass.
That's a colony.
Fuck yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was like a seafood platter.
But it just like the only sign is that it's just really itchy.
Yeah, it gets really itchy. Well, you get like red dots. Like I said, it looked like a little red like lint ball or fucking, you know, like something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And then doink, pull it off, and these little legs go. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, to add the fucking sound effect.
Yeah.
All right, I know you got to get up early for your hikes. Let me see if I have any more questions real quick. I think we covered everything.
I think every time I come and talk to you on camera, I wind up like somehow like ruining my life later because
if there's anything you want me to edit out, just let me know and I'll.
Cool. Yeah, don't worry about it. But my mom watches your shit, so it's always like awesome to go over to have dinner at my mom's house, and she's like, "You disgusting fucking hog! What the fuck?" You know. And then she asks me,
what's going to happen?
Things.
You think if you start a podcast, you're going to reveal 1,000 times more crazy shit.
That's true. But I'm going to reveal crazy shit about you because you're going to be my guest.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to talk about all the most fucked up shit you've ever done.
Okay.
Cool.
We could do that.
Sweet.
I'd be honored to be on your podcast.
Awesome. Well, let's start talking about some of the fucked up shit you've done now.
All right.
All right. When's the last time you cheated on your chick?
Never. I've actually never cheated on her.
Oh, see, I thought I was going to get a gotcha moment right there.
Do you think I'm just going to admit right in this room when she's over there, even if I did?
All right.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I mean, my soul's not in a good place, but, you know, I try.
Where is it?
Just in a deep, dark spot, man.
That's awesome. You should be doing metal then again.
I wish I could play in a metal band, to be honest with you.
Why can't
I do
you?
need some type of...
The res is right there.
I can't be in a band ever again, dude.
Why?
It's like having... Like, say you're in a 5-piece, it's like having 4 extra fucking girlfriends that not only do you bicker with, but then they bicker and fight with each other, and you're just like the fucking middleman. You know,
Right.
It sucks. I'm sick of that shit. I don't got time for that shit.
Yeah. But if you guys fuck, then it's all good.
No.
No? We always used to talk about that shit at band practice way back. Like, man, how cool would it be if we were all gay? Like, that would be so awesome. Like, when it's like 3:30 in the morning, we're all just wasted, and it's like time to go home. You're like, all right, man, just give me a beach real quick, and I'm out. You know, like, fucking, all right, fuck it, why not? You know, like if you're gay, then that's cool. Then you're like, fuck yeah. Like, gay dudes
We would have been pretty
score.
fucking gay, or we would have been pretty fucking cool gay guys.
Right. I know. There's no time. I mean, we might as well start now.
All right. Should we keep the cameras on?
Yeah. Why not?
This is actually for
Fucking
the
Pride Month.
OnlyFans.
It's Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, buddy.
Let's do it. Happy Pride Month. Let's fuck.
This is for actually the Patreon members.
Ooh.
Do you know what Patreon is?
No.
Okay.
Isn't that what fucking those bad guys are in fucking Harry Potter?
No.
Patreon is
No, I don't know what that is.
Patronus.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I haven't seen Harry Potter for fucking
I don't know
ever.
why I'm trying to pop off with Harry Potter jokes, bro.
No,
need some new
we're
material.
definitely going to edit that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Patreon is a uncensored website that people pay a monthly membership to get like exclusive behind the scenes content. Like it's only on Patreon rather
Right.
than like YouTube and everywhere else. So we're going to move on to the Patreon portion of it where I just ask you like 8 rapid fire questions really quick.
Let's rock.
Okay. Anyway, that is a wrap on episode 2 of Getting Blunt with Keith. I want to thank Rich Fourmy, singer of Pelvic Meatloaf, president of Metalheads MC.
You're welcome.
And I will hopefully be seeing you soon for episode 150 of the Bogcast.
Fucking A.